And so we end up in a scenario where there's basically a founding myth about the way that the organs of power inside the United States are supposed to function, and then there's an actual way that the organs of power function. It doesn't mean that there are two sets of organs. There are only one set of organs, but there are two explanations, one which is real and one which is mythological. Yarvin calls the story about how power originally was supposed to function inside the United States the Republic, and calls the explanation of how power actually functions inside the country the system. Under the Republic, the United States is basically an elected monarchy. But over time, as the way power actually functions inside the United States has drifted away from that story of the Republic, the United States has instead adopted the structure of an oligarchy. Now, there are many different types of oligarchy, of course. You can have a military oligarchy, you can have a mercantile oligarchy, but Yarvin identifies our oligarchy as a clerical oligarchy. Now, you could call a clerical oligarchy a theocracy, but Yarvin warns that this can be a trap because our Western concept of a theocracy always involves a metaphysical god and a holy book and a central church structure. But our current progressive oligarchy does not contain these things. Instead of making claims that tend to be mystical and supernatural, our clerics tend to make claims that are physical and philosophical. Either way, the result is the same. To make it look like an abstraction is ruling, whether that abstraction be the gods, or justice, or freedom, or liberty, or equality, it doesn't really matter. One of the core strengths of the clerical oligarchy is the ability to make it look like no one actually rules. What rules is the abstraction, and so one person can never truly be held to account. The abstraction is always good. The abstraction is always something to work towards. If there's ever a failure in the system, it's never the abstraction's fault. It's just a failure to realize the beauty of the abstraction. And because the source of their theoretical power is really beyond assault, that means that the clerical oligarchy is always in a very stable position of power.